Hi guys, today we'd like to talk about ethical issue in management. Ethical management means that corporate management that not only fulfill economic goals and legal responsibility, but also reach the ethical expectation imposed by social norms in conducting the business. Ethical practice is not relevant to law-abiding behavior only. Besides, many ethical problems which cannot be brought under legislations. Most human decisions are based on ethical and emotional consideration as well as rational economic self-interest. The decisions are made by both economics and moral concern. An unethical employee false sales figures, advanced competitor, and short-chance customer in which to get some advantage from it. And needs in business management relates to how an organization deals with the situation that require moral decisions. Any of the business management is important as it may lead to a wrong program that will damage the business or bring forward the business to achieve the business goal and success in long term.
I would like to present about how the management function of planning that can be applied in the ethical issue such as unethical responsibilities and behaviors of employees and managers in the business management. First of all, planning is a primary management function to define one or more detailed plans in order to achieve optimal balance of needs or demands with the available resources. Through planning, managers can determine how to allocate the organizational resources and how to assign the activities of the organization to the individuals and work groups. Hence, to solve the ethical issue, the planner needs to state the standard of ethical clearly. As such, using ethical considerations can be applied in ethnic management by using society's criterion of what constitutes right or wrong behavior as the basic for a planning process of a business. According to the article, importance of managing ethical issues in organizational and workplace, it mentioned that codes of conduct or business techniques assist to guide the expected behavior of honorable employees. From my critical review, an employee's behaviors are important in the planning process. This is due to the fact of employees are one of the key steps involved in an organization in order to achieve the planning goals. Therefore, ethical training, which is training employees in how to incorporate ethics into their process, is a method that can be applied in ethic management. Moreover, the behavior of managers is also important. This is because a good manager needs to ensure attaining goals in effectiveness and doing so as efficiently as possible. A manager that having ethical behavior can lead by example to monitor own behavior and the behavior of employees in order to lead the company to a way of achieving the planning goals in efficiency and effectiveness. In conclusion, planning is a vital function that applies in ethnic management as it provides guidance and direction to the managers and employees of the organization about how to deliver goods and services.
I would like to discuss about on how the functions of management of organizing play an important role in the ethical issue in the process of design, and organize of job within the organization. Organizing is the process and it comprises of activity related to the allocations of resources such as combinations of human resource, financial and physical resource that plays that support the goal and plan that define in planning function. There are different ways on deciding to cluster job into department. These departmentizations including organizing by product or customer. Therefore, in my opinion, decisions making must be added in the departmentalizations and fairly make the allocations about the duty and responsibility. According to the Journal of Business and Management by BPK stated that the ethical decision making is crucial. For instance, include client in the process of ethical decision making in order to establish the collaborative and cooperating process between client and counselor in an organization. Based on this process of ethical decision making, it will help to establish the great relationship among customer or with colleague, and this will also enable the great interaction of all ethical decision making towards the achievement of organization goal. In conclusion, ethical decision making is important in the process of departmentalizations. This is because it helps to maintain the ethical environment. It prevents the occurring of ethical issues like mismanagement and misuse of resource of the corporations, offensive behaviors or internal conflict. And organizations can strike a balance between good certifications of workers in the ethical environment if there is a disagreement of the ethical decision making in an organization of the process of departmentalizations.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hello to everyone. My name is SHAFIKAH binti MISRAN and I would like to present about the next basic management function, which is leading. So leading is considered to be the most demanding and critical by all the managerial practices. It influences and encourages the organization members to work for the organization interests. The function of coordinating, communication, directions and motivation are also considered to be part of the leading processes system. In my article, which is Why Are Ethics Central to Leadership, stated that ethical leader works on an organization because it is transformational. Ethical leaders will ask their employee to look beyond their self-interest and to work for a common good, consumers, investors, and fellow workers. As we know, ethical leaders are a role model to the organization, so they need to show some characteristic that shows that they are an ethical leader. So the first one is they need to be an example setting, where ethical leader need to show some characteristic that they want other people to follow. The second one is about trust. Leader need to trust his or her employee to do the right thing, because this will help them to make a good and ethical choices. Third is about honesty. Leader need to provide information as simply and transparently as possible in a falsely positive light. Fourth is respect and sympathy. Means that leader are more focused on the well-being of their employee, and they can also put themselves in the followers' shoes. Okay. As a conclusion, from the article, it is said that by being an ethical leader doesn't mean that you're sacrificing the bottom line. But in contrast, actually ethical leader can actually produce a higher engagement, higher goal focus, and lower turnover of followers. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, I will explain about these ethical issues in controlling phase. Controlling is measuring, comparing, finding deviation and correcting the organizational activities which are performed for achieving the goals or object. Controlling consists of activities like measuring the performance, comparing the existing standard and finding the deviation and correcting the deviation. An individual value system is an important factor that determines whether he or she will behave ethically or unethically when faced with an ethical dilemma. Some issues that are important in terms of their ethical implication on the practice of human resource management include lack of job security and increased risk of unemployment. The management control system of any organization to all the level in organization measuring performance through a set performance measurement system and integrating the reward system of the organization with the accomplishment of object and in turn encouraging the employees to perform. Organizations use different mechanisms to control and monitor the ethical behavior of employees. Punishment is also in monitoring or controlling the behavior of the employees. Some punishment is needed for the person who did wrongly in their job, such as reduce their wage for a month, cancel their incentive, and so on. Ethics training for employees is the basic process by which is the ethical conduct and decision-making power of employees can be improved. As a conclusion, it is necessary for organizations to incorporate reward systems which promote ethical means of achieving the specific objective.
In conclusion, a business can establish a good reward system. This is because the people learn from observing the rewards and punishment from others. If good behavior is rewarded, the people want to practice it. While if the bad behavior like cheating or stealing are rewarding or go unnoticed, people are tempted to follow this unethical practice. The business must develop an ethical standard for the reference of employees. In short, ethics play a vital role in the business management, especially in the modern business, and can affect everything from brand reputation and public perception to employee productivity and overall profitability. Ethics bring a lot of advantage to the organizations, and not only for short term but also for the long term. If the organization do not absorb the ethics, this will lead to the occur of many problems and issues. Thank you.